Okay. Thank you once again for coming taking time out you guys busy schedule, to come and chop it up with me for a few. As always, I'm not gonna keep you long. And we just gonna do this. Another edition of Billionaire Talk. And I do apologize. I still don't have like a set schedule yet. I'm working my personal schedule out to do this, on a regular basis, so you guys will already know, what's going on. So again, I will try to get that done within the next couple of days. Okay, who we have coming? Panty's Hair Candy and more.
Hey Pandy, how you doing, boo?
Thank you for sharing this space with me. Thank you. As I was saying, another edition of Billionaire Talk. This one is I always try to have a little history lesson with this, try to, teach a little bit, knowledge and everything. So the title of this one is Can We Build Another Black Wall Street? The topic of today is Can we build another Black Wall Street? So peace, DOD, peace.
Hey DOD.
So I'm gonna give it about 30 more seconds, then I'm gonna go in. Because I'm gonna try to beat this storm about to hit, because I think they trying to get me from sharing. So can't have that. That's the devil. But the Almighty will prevail. The Almighty will prevail. So once again, can we build another Black Wall Street? And how newcomers, how I normally do, you can always chime in with comments. I don't care. I actually like the interaction. So if you got something to say, go ahead, say it, and let's that's how we do. Because I don't want to be the only one talking for the whole time. So just let's be interactive, and let's get this party started. Okay, can we build another Black Wall Street? First of all, let's define, what is Black Wall Street? Okay, the definition of the Black Wall Street, the most famous Black Wall Street, was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the early 1900s. And I got some notes here. I know a lot of it by heart, but I will make sure I'm telling you guys the right information. And always, like I expressed to you guys, do your research and teach me as well, because it's a lot of information out there with Black Wall Street and the different things. So because this is information that just starting to come up in recent years. So it's a lot of new stuff out there. So I don't corner the market of knowing everything about Black Wall Street, because we're finding out more and more. And we have very few survivors, still left. I don't know if any, now, but I think it's very few, and then of course, the memory is fading. But again, teach me as well. I'm not, when I do this, it's not like, okay, what I'm telling you, bam, and let's have some discussion with it, and dialogue. So again, April, no, you're not late. You right on time. You right on time.
Sissy Pooh, you right on time. Yeah. Not today, Samika.
Yeah. DOD say it's gonna be harder. I'm gonna respond to that. So to find the most famous Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, a guy by the name of O.W. Gurley actually started, the Black Wall Street. He's a wealthy Black landowner in the early 1900s, and he acquired 40 acres of land in that area. That area was known at the time was called Indian Territory, And that was before the United States actually made Oklahoma the state and part of the Union. So this is like pre-Civil War time. So again, it was Indian territory, and what they had there was a unique situation. And this situation a lot of people don't know about. It was blacks as well as Indians in that territory. And before the Civil War, you actually had blacks that was like enslaved by some of the Indians, which we don't never speak about it. There, I mean, I don't I don't know if their situation was good, bad, or what have you. According to the history books, there were more indentured service, and when we were enslaved by other races besides the European race or the white race, we were, from the history books, say more of indentured service. And when I say that, it's more like you being a butler or a maid, or when we were with others, the most famous of the slavery, that was when the brutality came upon. Okay, so okay, let me read some of the comments. I think everybody's speaking to each other. How's everybody doing? DOD had one. I'm gonna get back to.
Oh, earlier did I miss it?
But DOD say it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna get back to that though. I'm
okay.
notating that. He said it'd be hard to build. And I'm read Chips right now. I heard that it took weeks or months before a dollar left Black Wall Street. That would happen now. I'm getting to that, Chip. You way ahead of the game. You way ahead of the game. Actually it took almost a whole year, that the dollar circulated. But I'm gonna get to that. So you actually read my notes. So again, welcome, everybody. If I didn't speak to you, welcome to the live. We're talking about Black Wall Street, as far as can we build another Black Wall Street? Hey, what's going on, Tina?
Tina Poo.
What's going on? What's going on, Tina?
Hey, Ice Heart.
Hey, what's going on, Ice Heart?
How you doing?
What's good? What's good with you? Glad you can join.
So DOD was like, was it
slavery or indentured servitude?
With this,
right?
I think you said with the Indians.
Right. With the Indians, history says, I mean, they have it like slavery, but it wasn't the brutality of slavery as we know, as far as when we were enslaved by the whites or the Europeans. That's what history says, but we don't really know. So again, I would say stuff like that. Research it. If you find something that I don't know, share it with the group. But that's what history is saying. But again, getting back to what I was saying, it was Indian territory, and blacks were quote unquote enslaved by Indians on the plantation. So when the Civil War happened, that ended everything, and they actually shared that territory. And so that's why I was saying, as history saying, it was more of that indentured servitude, as you say, DOD. So it was more of that, because they kind of, once that Civil War, bam, they kind of just coincide on that territory. So the government stepped in and made Oklahoma part of the Union, and it was President Benjamin Harrison. He made a proclamation that he ended up giving so many acres to the people that was coming in that area. So they called that the land rush. That's what they called the land rush of that time. And my notes, I think the year was actually the 1889. They call that like the big land rush. It was April 1889, by the way. The big land rush. So they had pictures or videos of just everybody just going in that whole big land and claiming land. I mean, it was actually like that, that they just claimed land. So once they claimed that land, everybody was, spread out and, I have this, I have that, I have that. So after that, you know, the the blacks in that area actually started to segregate and started to build their own. But going back to now we're at the point of the guy Gurley, O.W. Gurley. He had the vision of having a black state. That area, as we know now as Oklahoma, he wanted to have a black state. And fast forward a little bit, if any of you guys, which I'm going to talk about, teachers of Marcus Garvey, Marcus Garvey, he wanted to go back to Africa, had a movement back to Africa, in the early century of that century, well, a little bit later, than 1920s and everything. But he wanted that movement. But a lot of people have the movement of having our own land. They still say it to this day, when we talk about reparations and everything, having our own land. So keep in mind the brother O.W. Gurley, the wealthy black landowner of their time who bought them 40 acres, had that vision those days in those early 1900s. So even then, which I do agree that if we want to be independent, true independence, we had to have our own land. Simple and plain, had to have our own land. So again, going back to with that, fast forward a little bit. What we know now, as like the Black Wall Street, he purchased land. He purchased like 40 acres, and he named it Greenwood. Greenwood was from a Mississippi town. I believe he was from the town of Mississippi, but that's what he named it. And so the first actual business on, that started the so-called Black Wall Street was a grocery store. They, established a grocery store in that area. And so, of course, the blacks started going there. And this was like the height of Jim Crow. And the reason why they did all this is, they couldn't even go in so-called white Tulsa, really, and shop and, because white Tulsa, they had all the stuff. They had the grocery stores and the cleaners and, what have you, and, but of course, this was, the height of Jim Crow, the height of the early Klan days and everything, so we decided to, our ancestors decided to have our own, which is remarkable. And it started with that one grocery store. And again, to have the figures, let me see. I see a lot of movement going on. Let me before I get into it.
Hey, Cola.
What's up, Cola? DOD. DOD said, have our own land or go back to our own land. Oh man, powerful statement. Definitely. Marcus Garvey. So again, we got the grocery store, and to fast forward, let me give you a rundown of the businesses. They had 180 businesses that's documented, in Black Tulsa. They had 15 doctor offices. They had 2 movie theaters and 2 schools. 6 families had their own jet, which is not a jet like today, but their own plane, put it that way. Not a jet, a plane. So, it's an old school type plane. So you're talking about 1920s. Remarkable. So again, this is what we had. And I'm giving you guys a history lesson, so we can, fast forward to today. and going back to the topic, can we do this today? Can we do this today? Man, what would be the steps on how to do this today? And because we have to go back to see how they did it, and for us to even think about doing it. Again, 108 businesses. They had cleaners and word has it they didn't have to go into the white neighborhood at all. Some did work, well, a lot of them actually worked in the white communities, but they could come back home to their own communities. So it wasn't a situation. What DOD has.
Hey Tony, Tony came in.
Oh, hey, what's good, Tony?
Tony and Stacy did the pull out challenge.
Oh yeah. I know who they are.
No, hold on, wait a minute.
Okay.
The most important thing was we didn't have was our own military.
I'm gonna get to that too. You and Chip, boy, y'all read my notes. You read my notes. I'm gonna get to that. Tina, I miss Tina. One. It's so beautiful down there in Tulsa, and yes, we can do it again. But do we want to? Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So again, I'm notating them statements. Definitely. So again, so we everybody wasn't like wealthy or anything like that. I think a lot of that, sometimes you had a misconception. It was still only few wealthy black businessmen or what have you, but we still, like I said, we went to some of us did go into the white community to work, and we came home. The biggest thing that set this whole thing off, let me backtrack because this is the huge thing, is the oil. They found oil there on that land. So that's why Tulsa just boomed. And of course the white folks, they end up owning all the oil and the oil wells and the rigs and all that. But there was so much money in that area, it trickled down to the black folks. And so that's how the black folks end up, start building, because it was just that much money. But what happened was when you get to the race riot of 1921, we're not quite there yet with what I'm explaining. But when you get to that point, it all stemmed from jealousy, because as we were separated, we had our own worlds and we were separated, but we flourished. And we got to the point that we didn't need them. We didn't need the white people in that area, and so that became jealousy. Unfortunately, and I'm gonna talk about the dollar circulation in a minute, in a few, and I'm gonna talk about the military situation, and I'm actually talking get back to Tina about, do we really want to do this again? Do we want to do this again? So just give me a few minutes and bear with me. I'm just laying the foundation now of the history, so we all be on one page. So again, 19. Now we had DOD. Yeah, we were doing better than they were. Yes, indeed, and that's what happened. So I'm gonna get to the 1921 race riot. What allegedly happened with that? Same old story throughout the years. The history has it that it was a young black guy. He was about 19 years old. He was a shoe shine guy, and it was a building nearby that that's the only building that the blacks could go to use the restroom. So he went to go to use the restroom, and at that time, we even I don't know if we still have it in Richmond, but we have old buildings that they have elevator operators. So it was a white young lady who was the elevator operator. So he went in the elevator to go up to the whatever floor to use the bathroom. Come out the elevator, she's screaming, hollering, that he attacked her, this and that, so forth and so on. So he was immediately arrested because of that. He was immediately arrested with because she accused him of sexual assault, and he was jailed. So what happened? Let's get back to DOD military thing. He was jailed just like that because of the accusation. So word got back to the black community in Tulsa, and you had guys that got their rifles and pulled up to them like, hey, what's going on? Y'all got to release him, this, that, blah blah blah. So they kind of pushed them away. Okay, we just iron these things out. He'll be released and all this type of stuff. So they left. So time went on. It's different. The different times, for what different accounts of the time. You say a couple of days or a week or what have you. I think most I saw was a couple of days went on, and they came back again, and it still was brushing them all. But in the meantime, the local paper was hyping it up in the white community. That he assaulted this lady, and then the story got worse and worse, and he raped her, he did this, he did that, he did that, and so again, that's when this mob came along. They and the grimy, shady police, deputizing, any old Klansman, as you can say. And they, next thing they had a big mob coming through Tulsa, Oklahoma, fighting and start burning and looting. So getting back to DOD, what he was saying, what really kind of didn't help us. The count said that we gonna have some guys with rifles and all that. A few of the town's men, that defended the town, and they was overwhelming. I mean, there was accounts. Some accounts say there was a couple hundred compared to like 20 something 30 men. So of course and then accounts of they had planes bombing. Come on, Dan, where you get planes from? Bombing the town, burning town, and it's went on for a couple of days, and countless lives were lost, and they just destroyed the whole town. And again, getting back to DOD statement, if if they had better protection, military, because I mean, unfortunately, some of our ancestors had to learn that we looking at these people being evil like this, and not knowing that they're gonna go to this, so unfortunately our ancestors paid the ultimate price of learning about who we dealing with, when we dealing with jealousy and hate and evil, because that's all it was. It was jealousy, really. It had nothing to do with no accusation of you're gonna jail people, just an accusation, that's it. So I mean that's what that was. But if we have better protection and arms, we would have put up a better fight, with that. So again, that's the breakdown and history of the Black Wall Street. And getting back to my question of can we build another Black Wall Street? And I believe it was Tina was talking about do we really want to? And DOD, he stated they murder our women and children. Yeah, and it was a sad massacre. It really was. And the intriguing thing about it, we're learning more now, but it's how they erase this stuff from our history. It's like, I don't know about you, but nobody, I didn't ever see this. I never saw this in no history books, when I was going to school. And I know my kids never said anything about this. And, as time goes on, it appears, and just like it's getting back to a lot of, a couple of the billionaire talks I've had, we are a brilliant, strong people. And a lot of times, we talk about how we were in Africa and whatever, but we were great here, and we still great. But the Black Wall Street has the Tulsa, Oklahoma Black Wall Street is the most famous Black Wall Street when they talk about Black Wall Street. But we had Durham, North Carolina. Durham, North Carolina was more of a financial hub, at the time. And but that was a prominent Black Wall Street as well. And we had Rosewood in Florida, which they made a movie about that. Again, it was us doing our thing. Had our own stores and you know doctors, what have you. We would flourish in. Kind of the same thing. Far as history says, what happened with that as well. And they killed, murdered, burned our community down because of jealousy. So, and then we had a couple more. Richmond, Virginia. This is where we at now. Jackson Ward area. We had a Black Wall Street, and it was downtown. Jackson Ward area is downtown Richmond, and one of famous people that was in that time frame was Maggie Walker, and she was first Black female president of a bank, and but it won't just her; it was just the whole community. And we have the Eggleston Hotel was a famous hotel in Richmond, Virginia, in them days. And Richmond, Virginia was actually called the Harlem of the South, because when people did come through, here, because it was the South, they stayed in the Eggleston Hotel. That was one of the safe, places to stay. So again, we had some Black Wall Street, and I see Tony. It mentioned something. I watched the story of Rosewood for a paper in college. So sad. They say that they are still uncovering artifacts. Yeah, and it's sad. It really is. Who came here?
Hey, Judge, how you doing?
What's good, Judge? And thank you for sharing the space with us. Thank you. And yeah, that's a good point, Tony. It's sad. Tony was talking about that they still uncovering artifacts, and just like the Tulsa, Oklahoma, they burn these places down, and it was just simple jealousy and hate, because we were doing better, actually, we was actually doing better, and we was flourishing, and they didn't like that. It's almost like, you see your neighbor, like Keeping Up with the Jones. You see your neighbor, coming with a, new cars and whatever, you hating it, and you gonna go ahead and burn the house down, right? because they rolling and you not, But it's sad, and it's sad what our ancestors been through, and that's why we have to, be very cognitive of what we do, because a lot of people went through some stuff for us. A lot of our family members went through some stuff for us to even act a fool. DOD, the reason say it will be harder now because many of us are assimilated in this society. Back then we had to band together to survive. Yes, indeed. Great point. I'm gonna talk about that one right now. I've talked about this several times about unity, and to be honest, I'm about 1,000% agree with what you say, my brother. I really, really am, because we are involved in this society so much now. Because for one, you got a large part of us don't really believe that is anything wrong, and then you got another part of us believe that we can't survive without, having a white man. I'm gonna be straight up, and they would think that'd be foolish, because you can't just go to your circle of friends or just put out there right now. Say if I won the lottery and it was some land out here, I'm multi-millions, and I say, okay, hey, I put it all on social media, everywhere, TV, whatever. Hey, y'all, I got, you know, hundreds of acres here. We can build, we can have our own. How many of us will really go? Some will go, but how many of us really will go? We got what Tina was talking about. So true. Our family did go through some stuff. Yes, 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 indeed, yes, indeed. So, yeah. So I agree. It's more mental now because so much time has passed of being integrated in this Western society. We can phantom doing things on our own. That's why you still have, cities that, yeah, you do have black restaurants and you have, black doctors and, you name it, but, they're just so far apart, in this country, in every city, it's like that. We don't have a section, I mean, that I know of, maybe somebody who's listening on you know of a section in somewhere in this country, that they have a section of, just black business and I ain't talking about this barbershop. None against the barbershops and hair salon, but I think every city, has a section of barbershops, and hair salon. It's a black business technically, but I'm talking about, not only your barbershop, I'm talking about your doctor's office, your insurance agents, and that you have a section of your town that you don't even have to go nowhere else. It provides everything. The grocery store, the whole thing. Okay, let me get some of the comments. You got Chip. Okay, we need to police ourselves with the community we build. Yes, yes indeed, yes indeed. I'm gonna talk about that. DOD, we don't have a Chinatown. We need one. We need African town. Yes, indeed. Yes, and getting back to that policing and military, that DOD has said, and that's the only way we survive. So, again, if I'm that person who got these multi-millions and, let's build. And it goes back to what DOD said, because, of course, we have, several, black billionaires, the Michael Jordans, the Jay-Z's or whoever, Oprah. So, it's crazy because we have more resources now than what they did. They had to start from scratch, to build their empire. So, you got these people now. So just them people I name alone, and it's quite a few, black billionaires, it's few black billionaires. So I mean, what if all of them just got together? We're one. They say, we just gonna, grab this land here and we're gonna build. So say you had 6 billionaires,
How many we got?
yeah, I think it's about 6 in this country. And say we got them 6 billionaires, say, hey, we're gonna get together, we're gonna pool our money, we're gonna build. And but again, it goes back to what DOD said, I don't think the mindset is there. Because they okay. And it goes back once again of the unity. We're not all on the same page because we have a lot of people who will flourish and will be that multi-millionaire or billionaire, what have you. Yeah, they'll throw little pennies here and there, but are they willing to help the masses? And I don't think as a whole you don't have a lot of them. Man, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not judging about how much they may help people that need whatever. And a lot of them do. You hear stories of the Tyler Perrys and everybody, but again, what's if we got together, though, and it's so crazy because those people I talked about, our ancestors, they came out of slavery. They came out of the most horrendous act known to man. Years and years of slavery, and they was just not only physical, but mental, beat down. So they came out like, okay, we need our own. But why? And I'm just asking this to the whole, anybody who listening, why with us having more resources now, that we don't have that mentality. Our mentality is, for the most part, is consumption. Having more cars, having more homes, and having a little money in the bank. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But what we do after that, that's the thing. What do we do after that? So again, brother DOD, he hit on the head with the mentality of it. Like we're just so integrated in this society now that we it'll be very difficult. It'll be very difficult, and I don't know if we do this again, having a Black Wall Street. um I mean, it might be my grandkids. It might be my grandkid, maybe if I'm lucky. Depending on how long I live. But I think it's gonna be some generations down the road. This young generation, they seem on fire, but also as a whole, they lazy as hell too. So I don't know. Hey, what's going on, Trisha? How you doing? How
Hey,
you?
Trish, how
Welcome
you
to the live.
doing?
Welcome to the live. And anybody else I missed, welcome, 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 welcome. So again, I don't think I'm gonna see it in my lifetime. I'll be truly shocked if I see any type of black wealth condensed into a community anywhere in these United States. As a whole, besides the block or so of barbershops and hair salons. So let me get to the I think Chip had mentioned earlier about the circulation of the dollar and everything. So yes, they feel entitled. DOD definitely feel entitled. From what I get you referring to the young folks, yes. Work ethic, as a whole is not there. You got some, but as a whole is not there. And then you talking about I'm 49 years old, a couple months from 50. So my generation, we feel we had a lot, but these guys, oh my God, we gave them everything. We gave them everything. And they can they can have a click of a button and they got a career. And so sad that they don't even see it. They don't even see it. I mean, if they got internet connection and a laptop and or even a good phone, they got a career. And that's simple and plain. That's simple and plain. There's so much going on with the internet, YouTube, and I mean, you name it. The list goes on and on. And they can do it. And Chip, is a music guy. We did music back in the day, and Chip, you know how it was back in the day. You was a producer of what you had to do then. But look at these guys now. The brother Chance the Rapper years ago. You know, made a Grammy Award winning album from his iPhone. From his iPhone. So again, they're more privileged than we are. Than we are. So I think it's good, of course, but again, it hurts in our community because we're like falling asleep now. We're complacent. We don't feel we feel everything is okay. Long as we have a couple of dollars, long as you know, I got a nice car too. Long as I got a nice home, AC, we okay. We okay. So, and again, I think throughout the years, throughout the generations, it hurt us. It hurt us, especially, integrating, with white folks. It hurt us, Dr. King was a wonderful person, wonderful man in history, and later, his later speeches, it went, to other ways and stuff about, the movement, but he was just, so into us, integrating the white folks and stuff, and it like we still trying to get past that to this day. What you got going on, Bree? You know. let's see, where we at here? I'm gonna read Bree comment. Now coming out the bushes on this one. See, I grew up with everything, but I grew up in dysfunction. My family felt like in order for me to thrive, they had to give me everything to give me normalcy. Wow, wow, that's wow. Yeah, sometimes, like I say, it can hurt us. It definitely can hurt us, giving too much. And getting back to our community, I think it has hurt us, and the integrating as well. We don't think that, and good point. And That's a good analogy because it's just like a child. When you give a child too much, they get complacent. They really get complacent and stuff, and then they don't want to strive or don't strive as hard. So, all right, but getting back to the circulation of that dollar, I think Chip had said something about it early on. In the Black Wall Street days, the Tulsa Black Wall Street, the dollar circulated. It circulated. They say anywhere from 36 to 100 times. The dollar stayed in the community almost a whole year. Almost a whole year. Remember that. So recent reports, you can research for yourself as well because this is always changing. Recent reports saying our black dollar only stays in our community for 6 hours. 6 hours in our community. And let me read. I'm gonna read something right quick so I have, so I can give you guys all the good information. What's going on, Carolyn? How you do? How you do? How you do?
Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Pooh. Thanks for coming in.
So I get this all right here.
Oh, just click back on the comment.
Yeah.
No,
so
on the comment.
But
see where it says
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just talking. I'm that's why she here. That's why I'm learning this. So the circulation of the dollar. Recent studies show it only stays in our community for what's going on down there. Did I pronounce that right?
Donnell.
Okay, all right. 6 hours. Okay, so in the white community, it lasts 17 days. 17 days in the white community. In the Jewish community, 20 days. And in the Asian community, the dollar lasts for 30 days. Wow. And getting to also, we are estimated at roughly about 1.3 trillion spending power in our community. 1.3 trillion. And they say only about 2% of that goes back into the community. And the numbers with that is roughly 26 billion goes back in the community. So these numbers don't add up, y'all. These numbers don't add up. Chip say, wow, hey, what's going on, Kevin? A couple people came. What's going on, Kevin? How you do? How you do? Anybody else I missed? Please forgive me. Thank you for sharing the space with us. Thank you. So, Chip, yes, the Asian community, 30 days. So you do see, let me read on Jazz and Nicole comment. Get her up on the big screen. People are fine paying and overpaying for other products, but if it's one of our own people want to sell all for free, yes. Stop looking for the discounts from your brothers and sisters. That's that's a good point. Definitely, we always want to look for the hookup. Come on now, we work just as hard as anybody else. So again, the Asian, you see the Asian community. You have a lot of them in our community. That there's no reason. It's no. They are in this community. Just because. I ain't gonna even. You make me laugh, Chip. But anyway, let's be real. The Asians, the Arabs, whoever, they not in our community because they love us. they in our community for that 1.3 trillion spending power. And it's so crazy because everywhere in the United States, and every hood in the United States, from Richmond, Virginia to Chicago, Detroit, New York, whoever, you got mostly foreigners, at these convenience stores, at the little local stores, neighborhood stores, all of it. And you talking about the Asian, the hair stores, the Asian got the market, on the hair and nails. Yeah, we got some sisters doing it, but I mean the Asian got the market, on the feces, on the feet, and the the toes and the nails, and again, they not in our community, they love us. They in this community, because of that 1.3 trillion.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. So as I said before, see what DOD got going on, and they treat us like crap, and we still give them our money. Yes, 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 yes.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
so many videos.
Mhm.
Social media, people put everything on social media.
Word.
And they put everything on there, how we're being mistreated
Mhm.
in their stores, in their communities. And you'll see one black person getting mistreated, other black person still giving them money while watching the mistreatment. It's mind blowing.
Yeah, and I had a situation years ago with my son, a few years back. We went into this store, foreigners running it. He wanted a pair of jeans. Went there. Yeah, we didn't look at, we didn't actually, look at the jeans. Okay, our bag. So just walking out, out the store, not even a few minutes later, he opened the bag with the jeans. Jeans got a big old rip in it. They ain't supposed to be there. And so we come straight back. We didn't even have time to damage the merchandise. So I let my son handle it. He talking about no refund, this, that, you got it. I said, oh, time out. For one, you ain't gonna be talking to him like that sideways. That's no one. He was a little bit younger. I think he was about 16, 17, whatever at the time. I don't know. It was only a few years ago. So, long story short, I said, no, bro, you give, I said, we want the jeans, but, we just need another pair. And then this is where the mistreatment comes in. So for one, he didn't want to get no refund, or anything, and or no exchange, saying that we damaged it. I say we just walked out the store, literally walked out the store, not even a minute. Just happened to look, he just happened to look in the bag, and a big old rip in it. So, I'm telling people, what I did, I told people that, I said, look, this is what's going on right now, and I explained to everybody what's going on there. One lady came in there with her son. She went out. He got mad. He talking about I'm harassing the customer. I said, no, I'm telling these customers not to deal with you because you don't know how to treat us. You're not getting our money and stuff. And and I said, no, I'm gonna call authority, whatever. Then he said, that's fine, just go. So I had to do all that for him to give us a refund, and that goes again is like we cannot allow these people to treat us any type of way. Okay, let's if we go Chip, true day in the community for our money. I stopped spending with all these foreigners. Good. And yeah, and I try to do that as well as much as I can. I don't spend with them, and it's a actually if y'all look at Netflix, it's a series with Killer Mike. I looked at, and he was trying to shop black owned. If y'all catch it, I don't know the exact name of it. Just look it up on Netflix. He had a series that he had like a few shows, and he was trying to shop all black owned, and it was a difficulty of shopping entirely black owned. We have a lot of people who own black restaurants and black this and black this, but he was even trying to see, okay, where you get the fish from. Is it from a black farmer or whatever? And it was hard. It was hard for him to actually get completely black owned. So again, we this is something that we have to definitely work on. So let me see. A couple people came in.
Hey,
Yeah, to go to the bathroom. Yeah, it happens. Nature calls. What's good, Lion? What's good? What's good? What's good? So again, to get back to the question, we about to wind it down. To get back to the question, can we build another Black Wall Street? Okay. Number one, it had to be the mindset. My motto I had the mindset. The money, the movement. It had to be the mindset. Just like what DOD said, it's going to be hard to get past our mindset we have in 2020 as a whole to have enough people. It's going to be hard. The only thing I can say is maybe in generations to come, I think they got the aggression, and the energy. But again, what they lack is well, we already talk about the work ethic as a whole, and they didn't grow up with a lot of the racial stuff. They just getting hit now with a lot of the racial stuff. Knowing that it's a divide. In 2020, and when I talk about the young people, I'm talking about the 20-something, even some of the 30s. They're just getting hit with the division that we knew, in our past. So, you never say never, but it's gonna be hard to see in my lifetime. That's just my personal opinion with it. Can we build another Black Wall Street? Again, we have the resources, we have the people, and even that, talking about the billionaires, well, we have enough people who can pool money and resources together to do it and get land. But are we gonna do it? Hey, it goes back to the mindset again. I don't think we have enough people to pull it off.
Yeah.
Because I can put a social media campaign together now to see how many people.
And it's crazy. It's a lot of these susus out here.
Yeah.
And I wonder how many people that are in these susus are using that to start their own businesses. Because that's what the Asians do.
Right.
They did those susus, so each one of them can start their own business. Are we doing the same?
And that's a good point, Nikki. With the susus, but again, our mindset in 2020, because that goes back to somebody I'm gonna talk to in future. Talk about future billionaire talk. That I touched on a little bit is Magdalena Walker from Richmond, Virginia. That's how she built the St. Luke's Bank. The Black community in Richmond pulled their money together because they was going to the white banks, of course, but she wanted them to have their own. Again, the mindset. And they listen. That's the thing. They listen. She started it, but they listened to her. Yeah. And that's how they got the St. Luke's Bank. They pooled their money together. And so when John over here wanted to start his cleaner business, he went to the bank and they gave him the funding. So so it's hard. It's hard. And the crazy thing about it, we got more resources. So again, thank you for sharing the space with me. And I hope you guys learn. I love the dialogue, love the discussion. And again, I'm gonna get a schedule out, y'all. I've been busy, and then also I'm gonna get back with subscribing to people. I'm not funny style. It just I haven't really got back, but I'm gonna get on that this week. So if you subscribe to me, I haven't subscribed back to you. I do apologize. I'm coming to you. I ain't funny style. I'm coming to you. This YouTube thing, a little bit new to me. I just talk. That's why she's here. That's why she's here. Because she on me about you gotta subscribe back. I will. It's not I ain't being funny style. I just want to turn the camera on and talk.
I told him he's gonna do it and create a schedule that'll come out.
Yeah.
So we'll be more in line of y'all will know when he goes live.
Right. Right, because like I said, I can get on here and talk, and I'm good. You know, that's why I got this pretty thing with me to do the controls.
Yeah.
You know, but you know.
And Lion, he's gonna hit you up for some beats for intro and outro too.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely need that. Definitely need that.
And I already told Lion, you're not doing no mount up.
Huh?
The voiceover and the beat I got with the Foodie Squad, we're not doing no mount up. It's just gonna be Foodie Squad.
Hating.
Ain't nobody hating.
Okay, we close out.
Let me do it.
Okay, let me see what we got going on. You gonna
great discussion. Yes.
Okay,
yes, this was a good discussion.
Thank you, DOD. Thank you. Thank everybody. We're a sell some commercial time with your subscriber on this platform.
Yes, thank you.
Chip always rolling. Chip.
Yo, hey Pooh. Yes, Watson. Thank you. Watson, welcome them in. Thank you, Pooh.
Thank you.
Yo, hey sis. Thank you for coming.
What's up? Thank you for coming. Chip, mount up, Foodie Squad. Mount up.
Don't do it. Gotta say, you can say we're gonna let you do the mount up on the outro. You're gonna give us another beat for intro and outro. I'll let you do the mount up on the outro.
I tell you, the hate is real.
That's all you get.
Yeah, see, that's why we can't do no Black Wall Street. Stuff like that. Don't you do
Foodie
it? Squad.
This is
mount up. There you go, yo.
This is the issue right here.
There you go, yo. Yes, indeed. Yeah, you know, we got to mount up. I mean, like I said, that's why we ain't got no Black Wall Street now.
Don't laugh at him, y'all.
Because you got light-skinned people that don't want to mount up.
I told you I'm Hennessy Bronze. I done told you this.
All right, y'all. Thank you for coming, and you know, I'm gonna see you guys soon. I'm definitely see you guys soon.
Thank y'all so much. On the way out, if you have not liked the video, please like the video. Leave a comment in the comment section. We truly appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out and sharing this time with us.
Word.
And we're gonna get on the schedule. Don't worry about it. I will make sure that if y'all go ahead and turn his red button gray, look at a video, he's gonna do the same for you. You have my word. He's gonna do it.
All right,
y'all. Well, look, have a good night. Thank you so much. We love y'all. Take care.
Peace.